Hey folks, Kevin from the Tom Petty Project here. Um, Not a great video to have to record, but as those of you who follow me on social media or on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, wherever you follow me, if you follow me, would know, my Facebook account, my personal Facebook account, got disabled yesterday, and I've lost access to my Tom Petty Project Facebook page. And someone else has managed to get in there and hijack it somehow. I don't know how, because my old account is now disabled and no one can get into it. Like it's permanently taken offline. So you're going to see content on there that I'm not posting. So I wanted to make sure that you guys all know that because I don't want people thinking that I'm posting out the kind of crap that's on there right now. And hopefully at some point I can get it back. There is a process you can go through with Facebook. Speaking to other people who've been in similar situations, it sounds like it's very unlikely that I will get access back to that group. At that point, if I don't get access to it, I think what I'll probably end up doing is, asking a bunch of you to report the page and report it as a scam or whatever, so that we can get the page taken down, which means I'll have to rebuild from scratch. And that's, whatever. It kind of sucks. I've got 3,500 people followers on that page, and I've built up a good group of people who I really enjoy interacting with. Most of those people I'll get back. I mean, the people who comment regularly on episode posts, I'm sure that I know most of those people now, if not like well online, then I've actually met most or a lot of those people in person. So it's a drag. But it's one of those things when you're online, right? I mean, this can happen. And even though I'm a techie, I consider myself to be sort of an above average type user in terms of internet security and making sure you're doing all the right things. My passwords are always secure, all that kind of stuff. But it just shows you that you're never safe, right? And also just sort of a good reminder, and I've said this to a few people now, that, on Facebook and the bigger social media platforms, we're not customers. We're product, right? We're sold to customers, and the customers are large organizations who farm data for advertising, large organizations who farm data for other less savory reasons, if advertising is savory. So yeah, it's a drag. And like I said, I mean, I'm not losing any money on this because, I don't make money from podcasting. It's not why I podcast, not what I do, not why I do that. It's more the inconvenience on the personal side, because as you all know, I mean, if you've been on Facebook for 16, 17, 18, 19 years, I think I've been on there for 18 or 19 maybe. I think it was 2006 or 2007 I joined. So maybe 19 years. You build up a history of conversations and photos and videos, and you don't always keep all that stuff on your phone as you change phones or whatever. And I've got most of it backed up. I don't think I've lost too many photos. But all those conversations that I've had with people, and all the little conversations that have started around things that I've posted, that's all gone, right? And like I was talking to a friend today, I used to use, I'm not sure if I will too much in the future, but used to use Facebook basically as a journal, because my memory's terrible. And so it's really, really handy to be able to look back on posts and think, okay, when did me and Emma go? When did me and my daughter go to Iron Maiden in Calgary? And I can search for that post and I can look, oh, it was that day. So I've got that sort of, again, that journal there of everything I've done in the last 15 years. Because I do post too much, people should post less or more, but I post quite a lot on Facebook. I can see what I've been playing on vinyl. I sometimes wonder when I bought that record. Usually I post pretty shortly after I bought a piece of vinyl because I play it pretty quickly. So I've got all that. So again, all that's lost. But having said all that, it is just a Facebook account, right? My house hasn't burned down. I've not gone bankrupt. No one's stolen my identity in that way and in a way that's actually disrupted my life. So this is a first world problem. It's just a really, really annoying one. Of course, all my accounts on Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, they're all still good, I think. YouTube, which is where I'm posting this, obviously, and I'd appreciate anybody sharing this if you want to. Please share this video with your friends, so that they know what's going on. And there are going to be, you're going to see, some of you will see a friend request from me, and I totally understand if you decline it, because there's all kinds of people out there scamming and urgent requests to, oh, my account's been deactivated, I'm sending out a new request. That's how a lot of these scammers start, which is difficult, right? Because when it really happens to you, you automatically end up sounding like a scammer, even if you're not. So again, hopefully I contact most of you and get in touch with most of you through the various groups that we're sort of part of together, or I have emails for quite a lot of people, and I know people through other social media channels, and hopefully I get back in touch with most of you. And I hope everyone's doing okay. and I hope no one else is dealing with any of this kind of nonsense. And in the meantime, I'll just carry on doing the podcast. So the podcast doesn't stop. That's not been compromised or hacked. My YouTube channel's still in one piece, so thankfully. And Google, I think, seems to have better guardrails and better processes for dealing with this kind of stuff. Facebook sounds like it's just the worst of the worst in terms of well, maybe X is these days, but Facebook's pretty bad for dealing with, hacking bot accounts. Like, I was talking to someone. You look at someone like Jake Thistle, who deals with this all the time. People setting up fake accounts under his name with his profile picture, then sending messages out to people and probably asking for money or asking for support and all this kind of thing, which Jake would never do. And he's probably dealing with that, 10, 15 times a week. I'm dealing with it once ever. So little bit of perspective, a little bit of, sort of sensible approach to this. We'll get it all resolved some way or another. Maybe I'll end up having to set up a new page. If, in the next 3-4 days, because I can't really do anything on Facebook right now. I can only send out those 5 friend requests a day. I also can't request a review, whatever the page admin dispute or something like that it's called. I've got to submit one of those, but I can't even do that yet because I've not been on Facebook long enough. So yeah, we'll get there. And I hope to get back in touch. In the meantime, if you do want to reach out, if there's anybody who wants to contact me directly, if you want me to send you my profile page, you can get in touch with me, or if you want to get in touch with me in the meantime when we don't have social media, my email address is Kevin, so KEVIN @KevBrown, KEVBROWN.ca. So that's my email address. Feel free to contact me, and I'll see you all down the road. Worst things happen at sea, don't they? Okay, bye.